up the stove, it is overdone, overdone, oh it one, niggas gon' lose. I been having house bitches popping on my dick, and she lose, had to prove nothing.
My name is Obie, Iyoha. I was born in Greensboro, North Carolina. Then I moved up to Michigan when I was pretty young. Moved to Ann Arbor. Went to school out here. I used to do poetry, and from poetry, I kind of like got into writing raps. Actually, my cousin from Texas, he was living in Dallas, Texas. He moved up here to come live with us, and he brought all these Swisher House CDs, like Chop the Screw shit, and that shit was tight. And like that was like my first, taste of like, where the South was at, like on like a mixtape level though, you know what I'm saying? So like that guy, he could freestyle a little bit. And so he would freestyle and I was whack as fuck. I couldn't do my shit. And I was like, damn, no, I want to rap though. I want to do that. So, and like I wasn't even trying to like rap for real, but it was just like, something that was fun to do. And I just kind of like stuck with it. And people would like, they would hear my shit, be like, oh, when you dropping a mixtape? When you dropping a mixtape? I'm like, shit, I didn't think to drop one, but I guess I will if you want one, shit. So from there, I just kind of been building shit, like, you know what I'm saying? I fucked with the, I dropped my first mixtape. Then this crew from out here in Michigan, they're from LA and in Detroit, and they invited me on tour by the name of TBO. They invited me on tour. We did like a nationwide tour with this other artist from Ann Arbor by the name of Mayor Hawthorne, and we went to New York, went to Cali, went to like the in between or whatever, the spot day tour, and then they ended up taking me out on tour again out in Europe. I got to do my own set, and like these are like the first experiences that I got like as an artist, like being on the road, you know what I'm saying? Because I just kind of like hopped into it. I'm Nigerian, by descent, and it's like, these are like influences that I grew up on, things that I consumed, culture that I was a part of, and like, but I was raised in the United States, so like as a first generation, I kind of like combined, the rugged '90s hip hop that I was so into to like, Afrobeat and New Age. I say my mom, honestly, my parents, they came. This, like, Nigeria is geographically the size of Texas, but where Texas has like 12 million people or so, like Nigeria got, damn near 200 million. And it's like to make it out and then come to this country and then like strive and provide and make something, you know what I'm saying? That inspired me always. So I'm always striving because I feel like, I got to outdo them, and then step by step, you feel me? K-Dot killing it, and it's beyond like his music too. It's like the message that he like comes with. I appreciate that shit. Like I feel like that's the power of music, you know what I'm saying? You really gotta like be about some shit. I'm definitely more lyrical. Honestly, music is, I feel like it's simple, you know what I'm saying? But like for me, I like as an artist, because I was a visual artist before I like ever touched a mic, and I just like to paint a picture like sonically, even if it's not like with my words, but just like with the chord progression in the song, like bring out an emotion in people, you feel me? And not to say that those other songs don't do that, because they definitely do, you know what I'm saying? But those are like a certain situation, whereas like I got shit that will get you jumping, but I also got some shit that you can like chill and smoke to. The mindset behind it, really, man, it's just, what I'm saying, don't get caught up out here. But like, really, it was just wilding, being in the club and just having fun. The way we even started working on it too, it's like crazy. Mello was fooling around with some drums. Then I got on the mic and I started freestyling, because that's how we'll like kind of piece shit together, whatever. And he added the chords in there, and like me, I'm really like big on like minimalist sounds. So it's like no matter like what genre I might like kind of oscillate into, I'm always like trying to keep a unified sound. So it's just like, it like morphs into something. my first show, I did this. There's this place called the League Underground in Ann Arbor. It's on U of M campus. Some of my homies, they ran like this group, this organization called Cypher Affiliated. We would just get together, we would freestyle and and like, you know, they had this hip hop congress, and they bring artists out like from Detroit or from like New York, and it was like cool to be involved. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't going to U of M. Like, I never had like crazy good grades to like be over there. But like, I grew up in Ann Arbor, so like I would just be around the shit. And they invited me to, you know, I spit a freestyle for them. They're like, oh yeah, he can rap. Oh, you know, they were fucking with me. Then I went up on stage, man, and that shit was so bogus. Like, I felt like the mic was all the way back here. I was yelling and shit. I was like, oh shit. But I think people still fucked with it. Oh, for sure, dog. Like, I wasn't ready. I didn't feel like I was ready. But I enjoy, like, the feeling I get when I was freestyling. I'm like, well, take that feeling on stage. Then it was just a matter of just doing it more. You know what I'm saying? You always gotta do shit and practice to like get good at it. So I really feel like I was able to capture myself in its essence, like as like, you know, I'm an African in America, and I rap. I'm kind of mellow. I'm a Cancer, so this called Pink Moon. I was bringing that in. You feel me? You know, I have my Afrobeat songs, which is really just like the vibe. Like, I was able to get into a studio and actually vibe out. Like, typically, you know, you on the clock, but like when you're able to just chill and like smoke and like do what comes natural, then it's like, you can really catch like that essence. I like kind of like to, you know, digress a little bit, but like I remember Big Sean had talked about in an interview, like his whole like flow came from like freestyling in the booth. Like Kanye was like, yo, use that. That's your flow. That's your flow. And it's like I peeped that and I was like, okay, like I don't know, music has to be freestyled, and like I freestyle most of these songs. Like I'll get in the booth and I'll do like a reference track, and then we'll go up and we'll polish it. You know what I'm saying? So like that's how Fire came about. That's how Hallways and When I Just Played You just came about. You know what I'm saying? Just getting in there and just jumping on the mic. So like I really just feel like I made some shit for people to vibe and smoke to, and it's like just a continuous stream of consciousness like throughout the whole project. I was really fucking with Lupe Fiasco, because I feel like that shit reached out to me a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I grew up around like skaters, and it was, it's like as a black dude, it was like, you didn't see that in hip hop really, not fully like embraced, and like it was a whole section that had just not been woke up. I feel like that song like reached out to me, and then I dove into his catalog, and I was just like, bro, he's speaking some ill ass shit in here, bro. Like, and that's where I feel like me wanting to like actually like be lyrical with my shit kind of came in. The Fugees, bang with the Fugees. Like my older sister used to bump that shit. I was just a kid, and like she would bump all like this like the Fugees. They would bump Outkast, and like that whole like wave, that energy is just like, those are like the artists that I early on, like that's who I like dove into to like learn my shit. Dog, I fuck with Astro World. That shit tight, man. Travis is a phenomenal producer, man. Like I really think he's sick as fuck. XXX, I fuck with him, and that's that. Like I fuck with XXX. Tentacion makes great fucking music. It was real music. Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Talented kid. I like down tempo, like not necessarily lo-fi. I do like lo-fi shit, but like that was the thing. Like as an artist, it was like I feel like this shift happened where it was like okay to be African, because I remember in high school we used to get hoed. So like for being, you feel me? So like, and that was what it was, and like now it's like accepted, and like I've always been proud, like a proud Nigerian. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool to see the music cross over now. It's like crossing over, like the Afrobeat sound is crossing over, and like the world really knows about WizKid now. But like we knew about Wiz Kickback and like 08 and like that shit was like bumping. He became like an international star then, and it's like that shit really. Honestly, I feel like it's how like Carrots and Fire picked up. Like I dropped Carrots the same week of Black Panther, and it was like and it just like it's just you see how like the wave carried, and it was just like it was a good feeling to like really get embraced like that. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. I would love to perform with Bob Marley. That would be the sickest shit ever, dog. But his shows were so like, I'm sure you've heard the recordings. Like, it'd be like 10 minutes of just like instrumental, and then he'd just come in here and sing one little thing, and everybody like, that shit lit. Like, damn, it was like Coliseum size shit. Everybody high as fuck, and they just vibing, and the band doing crazy shit. He doing his song. And he weave in between or whatever. Like my last show at Jerk and Jollof, it was like I had my band and like there was a part where I just break off and I freestyle, and like that shit is like that's music. It's like live music. Like I've always wanted to get to that point, and I know that would be amazing to do that with Bob Marley and the Wailers. Like that shit would be crazy, dog. It depends. It depends on the person. It depends on the song. It depends on my mood. Like, you know what I'm saying? My shit will fluctuate. I want to make a hype song. Then there's a whole bunch of people in the studio when I did Carrots. But then I got another track on there called Blue Pills. It's just me and my producer. But like, if I fuck with an artist, dog, I'd definitely be wanting to get in the studio. But not until I finish my shit. So now I'm like ready to like fuck with other people. But I had to like master my style, I feel. I want to be on tour. I feel like it's going to happen too, low key. But who knows? Like, honestly, I just want to put out good music that connects with people and like that they can feel, you feel me? And like, yeah, I feel like Pink Moon is definitely that project to like do that. You know, music is vibrations. And like me, I feel like vibrations is the truest thing on this planet. You know what I'm saying? It's everything. It's in everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? From the food we eat to like, if you're not out in the sun enough, like if you're not, like, it's just so much. And I feel like music is like human beings being able to like kind of orchestrate like a vibration and send it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's good vibes or it's bad vibes. And the music got me through a whole lot of my life. So I make music I feel like people can relate to, something that they can feel, and try and raise people's vibration through my sound. I be just ready for the world to end and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, bro? I can't even look at the news sometimes. We like, shit wild right now. But I don't know. I feel like the United States of America is in a really bad place, but in a very good place at the very same time. Because people are like starting to come out with their real feelings about shit. And it's like, once you know the issue, then you can deal with it. And I feel like people are dealing with it in like a really real manner now. It's like, ain't no more hiding. Like, you gotta pick a side. Like, you feel me? So that's what, yeah, you know, it's like, it's tight. I'm like glad that it's happening. You know what I mean? It's like, it's good. It's good. He's just a rich motherfucker trying to get richer. Shit. What can I say? There's a lot of motherfuckers out there like Donald Trump. That's the thing, too. It's just one of them. He's especially stupid as fuck. It's just he's in office. It's like, damn, this nigga grimy. But somebody voted for him. He got in there somehow. So it's just kind of like, shit. The world's fucked up, but we knew this already. Keep fucking with me. I got some good music for y'all coming soon. You know what I'm saying? This is some shit for you to just sit in the car to and smoke to. Like, I got some vibe shit for y'all. I'm real excited to share this shit. And like Michigan artists, like, yeah, stay tuned. So like, yeah, Michigan artists, the time is now. You know what I'm saying? You see the wave happening. So, you know, stay focused, stay grinding, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Make real music, whatever that is to you. You know what I'm saying? And go crazy. Yeah.
With another one, yeah. Take it off the stove, it is overdone. Oh, it won, niggas gon' lose. I been having house bitches popping on my dick, and she lose, had to prove nothing. Man, I come through cuffing, sorta like the interstate I was rolling through. Had a couple ounces in my trunk, man, a nigga was fucked up, chillin' behind bars, and I had to drop out college. Came back to Ann Arbor, a nigga kicked the polish. Somewhere polish. I be feeling like I'm hollish. I be feeling I'm the greatest. Huh, what you say then? Holla at your boy. Rolling through the 734. No toy, I ain't even gotta hang that. I ain't got no beef for these streets. Man, they lame cats. Tryna get my cash up. Nigga back up. When the fucking crack up. How the fucking lat what? Pulling in a lat on. Feeling like it's after. Sadder day and I'm further than Saturn. Sway when I rap. Smoking on that pack. Feeling like I'm next. Yeah, nigga about to lap this. Coming true. Bitches wanna sap this. Tap like a street. She be blowing on my dick. I be rolling through your street. Digging in her guts. Had to give it up to her. Yeah, she love it, nigga. Wanna fuck her, nigga. Yeah, I'll pass it back to you. After I'm finished and I'm feeling like a casualty. Gon' happen in these streets. Niggas hating on me. Man, that's crazy. It is Obie. Iyoha and I'm solely like. No doubt.